Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at another Masters of the Universe Origins figure, and this is one of the deluxe figures, and this is new for 2021, as it says it right up here in the corner. You can see that right there. And this is Battle Armor He-Man, and comes with special features within his armor, and also some extra accessories, including this flame thing that hooks onto the sword, an extra hand, and this extra head sculpt, which is very much in keeping with the way the vintage original He-Man looked in his original form. So very nice that they included this. And that head sculpt should be not only swappable onto this body, but also onto the original He-Man Origins figure, which I previously reviewed on the channel. So, and I'm going to demonstrate that as well, so you can see how that fits on that figure. And in terms of the packaging, it's all very retro style. Lots of cool, colorful illustrations. And on the back of the package, you can see this illustration of He-Man in action. So that's awesome. And also pictured on the back are pictures of various other figures that are available in this line. It's a very extensive line, and I gotta say, my hat's off to Mattel in terms of really executing this line of toys in a very successful way. Not only are there a lot of characters, there's also a massive playset because you can get a Castle Grayskull. There's the Battle Cat, there's the Panther. So there's a lot of really just awesome play value involved in this. So, and it is very child friendly too, because these things are quite durable. So not only is it cool for collectors because of the nostalgia, but also, you know, in terms of something that you could buy for a kid, and they would actually get some enjoyment out of it. And because of the durability of the figures, these probably will last for some time into the future. So that's a nice feature. But let's get this thing out of the package, and we'll talk about the articulation and the various features of this figure. So here we have Battle Armor He-Man out of the package, and I want to talk briefly about the accessories. The battle axe that comes with Battle Armor He-Man is different in color and texture from the one that came with the original Origins He-Man. Origins He-Man is sort of like a bluish color and basically a dull tone, no shine to it. Whereas this one has actually got a little bit of a sheen to it and is actually silver. And in terms of the sword is identical sculpt, but it has maybe like a little bit less of a blue tone to it. Here you can see the combined sword from my original He-Man with the Skeletor sword. And you can see just a slight color difference between them, but they're essentially the same. And then it comes with this extra hand, so you can see what that looks like up close, gripping hand. And then in terms of this flame accessory, this will fit on the sword, basically, even in the combined sword with both halves, basically fits right over top. And so it's a little clunky. I'm not really too sure if it has a lot of usefulness. And then, of course, the vintage style head sculpt, which I think that looks fantastic. Very reminiscent of the way He-Man looked in his original form. And then the actual figure itself, I've gone over articulation on the original one, and the articulation is essentially the same. You got a lot of movement all over the figure, and again, the arms are not removable on this one, basically because of the chest gimmick, but it does pop open at the middle of the figure, so you can swap out the lower half with a different figure if you want to. So that's kind of cool, and of course, head pops off, and we can pop on the extra head sculpt, so you can see what that looks like. And of course, this thing actually rotates, so you can get like different battle damage on there. So this is the clean looking version, a little bit of damage, and then a lot of damage. So that actually rotates. And on the back of the figure, you also have a place to stash the sword. So that's kind of cool when he's not using it. I believe this also works for the axe. Yep, so that fits in there as well. So a place to stash your weapons when you're not actually using them. So that's really cool. And if you want to put on the other hand sculpt, this one will actually hold the sword and the axe. So if you want to use that as an extra gripping hand. And I also want to show you that this head sculpt, and actually both head sculpts, will work on the original He-Man. You know, you can pop off the head on the original He-Man. The new head sculpt, this is the one that came on Battle Armor He-Man. That one fits on there as well. And then also, if you want to put the vintage style head sculpt on there, they're all interchangeable, which is actually very nice. One aspect of like this line is the fact that there's all these interchangeable parts. And it's also true for the there's wrestling figures that are also done in the same scale, which also have the same interchangeable parts. So that's a very cool aspect of it. I've seen a number of customs that have been done using the wrestling figures that are done in the same proportions and actually changing out the various head sculpts and so forth to make very kind of unique figures and do all kinds of interesting customs. Again, I want to reiterate like the durability of these figures and the fact that they have so many characters, and they're also play sets, vehicles, all kinds of cool stuff. So kudos to Mattel for actually doing this line and actually, you know, following through with doing a lot of very interesting things. That's pretty much all I have for you today. Let me know in the comments what you guys think of the Origins line of action figures. I think they're fantastic, and if you guys have any input on the kinds of things you'd like to see in this line, you know, please put them in the comments. And I look forward to maybe reviewing more of these figures in the future. Until next time, I hope you're having a great day, and thanks for watching.